folks, welcome to Sports Focus. I'm your host, John McNeil, and with me is Mr. Zarrell Stallings. We are here to recap the Super Bowl 53.
Yes.
Super Bowl 53, and that's all we're going to talk about because it's the biggest game of the year. Yes, and the last game of the football season.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 53 was one of the worst. It's not one of. It's the worst football game.
On that stage.
Yes, for that stage. But before we get to the Super Bowl and our, what we thought of it, I have some sad news for my people. Christophe St. John passed away suddenly.
Yes.
We don't know the cause yet. 52 years old.
Very young.
That is very young. Younger than the rest of us.
He will be missed.
Yes, he will. A two-time Emmy Award winner, daytime Emmy Award winner.
Yes.
So he will be missed. And let's get back to this game. Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta.
Now, before I get to what I thought was the best game, best part of the whole thing, what was your best, if you can find some?
Oh, that's tough.
Of the whole Super Bowl game experience.
It was hard to find one.
Do you have any parts of the game, any part of the festivities, anything?
I'm at a loss.
I'm at a loss. I have three, actually.
You actually found three?
Yes, I found three.
And I'm struggling with one?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you. Number one.
What's that?
Gladys Knight did the national anthem. The beautiful Gladys Knight, 74 years old Gladys Knight. She sung her beautiful heart out. That was one of the best moments of Super Bowl day.
Yep.
The other one was the halftime show.
You enjoyed it?
I did, because when Big Boy came out, that's when I really enjoyed it. So it was real nice to see Big Boy from Outkast. Y'all, I don't even need to tell that.
You heard Peter was mad at him.
What? Because of the fur?
Because of the fur.
Come on.
Let it go.
Let it go. It would have been I would have been real nice if Andre 3000 would have came out, but I guess they're not getting along.
Oh yeah.
But that was that was the junk. And my other one.
Okay.
You ready for this one?
I'm waiting for this one because
the commercial about the NFL. Celebrate 100 years. That was one of the best commercials I've ever seen, actually. Just to see all those old, and then you had the older guys.
Right.
You had the 72 Dolphin team. And
you had to get them in.
Look at that. You had Terry Bradshaw going against Aaron Donald.
Wow.
You had Jerry Rice. You had Joe Montana. You had Michael Irvin. You had Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. The name goes on and on.
Didn't Joe look off the playmaker?
He said, "Not today, cowboy." That's what he said.
That's messed up.
But he threw to his man. No, he got picked by primetime Deion Sanders.
Cowboy went in there.
Former Cowboy. Got a Super Bowl with the Cowboys.
Yes.
And won with the Niners, but that's okay.
Who did he go in the Hall of Fame as? Cowboy.
I think he went as Atlanta because he wanted to, you know how Prime is ego driven.
True.
And but as far as the game, this was, to me, the things that stood out the most.
That's bad. Because you had to pick outside of football.
Oh, but this was all in the Super Bowl.
I feel you. But
National anthem, halftime, and that commercial.
That says a lot of them, the highlight of the night.
I got another one. The punt that Johnny Hecker did when it rolled the next to like
the longest punt in Super Bowl history. So we're talking about punters, people.
Bye-bye.
We're talking about punters.
But that was a big play for the Rams. They did a punt and it went.
Well, do you think the Rams punter needs to soak his hip after
that? I don't
all those
know.
punts?
Because he had what they had, 8 straight punts.
Yes. Ice bath?
Being a little sarcastic here, people, this game was god-awful.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the Rams. I think this look says it all for the Rams. Goff had a bad game.
Bad game. I think that says about his game as well.
What do you think about the coach?
Well, I think
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay, got paranoid, as most people do when they go up against New England. They go in there and don't be them and stick to their game plan. They try to become something or do something that they think they're going to catch these guys off of, and that's actually playing right into their hand.
Right into their hand. Do you think the age for McVay had anything to do with him not adjusting properly and understanding what Belichick was doing?
I think so, but I really, to be honest with you, my vantage point from the game, I don't think that Belichick did anything really to him. I think McVay got in his own head.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. And I think maybe that was New England's plan. Let him beat himself, get into his own head. I mean, we watched tendencies all year that McVay and Goff displayed, and we've seen none of that.
Isn't that a
Sunday.
shame, though? I feel cheated that the fact that the Rams, you had this offensive guy, Sean McVay,
Mm-hmm.
and you saw absolutely none of that in the Super Bowl. No fourth down tries.
Nope.
No fake punts.
Nope.
It seemed like they were just totally caught up in the moment.
And that's what it looked like. I mean, just think, one of their staple plays is the jet sweep. Even when they're not running the jet sweep, they constantly motion, and they really didn't do a lot of that.
How do you think this is going to affect Todd Gurley going into the next season?
Well, that's the other thing. You don't run Todd Gurley, and everybody's saying, air quotes, that
best
he's
best running back in the league,
and he was healthy, air quotes again. So hopefully the young man comes back with a chip on his shoulders, or it could be a mental thing, man. He come back and just not mentally there. I mean, we've seen people lose championships, and it takes a toll on them.
Well, here's a fact, and we're going to get to the Patriots. Teams that go against the Patriots and come up short, what happens to them after that?
They missed the playoff.
What happens to Seattle?
Missed the playoff.
What happens to the Falcons?
Missed the
And
playoff.
the same thing is going to happen to the Rams.
Yeah.
Well, like I said in the last week, tough luck with that Super Bowl coming in 2021 because you won't be there.
Either.
You'll probably get some free tickets, since it is your building. Let's move on to the champions again.
Cringes.
6 times.
Cringes.
6 times. 6 times. Tom Brady is the only NFL player with 6 Super Bowls.
6.
Not NFL championships. And, now he's tied with the guys I said last week, Herb Adderley and Fuzzy Thornton. Those are 2 Green Bay Packers back in the 50s and 60s. He has 6 Super Bowls.
Super Bowls.
You
And
don't
Ben
like the
he-
NFL championship.
And he's played in more Super Bowls than anybody or any quarterback.
And then with the same team, it's pretty incredible what Bill and Tom have done. Despite all of that little drama that when you watch the sports shows and they were saying, oh, Belichick don't like Brady and Brady don't like Belichick.
Right.
Please.
When it's time to go to work, gentlemen, it's time to go to work. That's their thing.
He believed in that system, and that's why the Patriots don't lose.
Yeah, 12 is special.
He's very special.
I can see Belichick pulling out one without him, but I don't see him going on a run like this without him.
No.
Okay. So 12 is special. We're all waiting for the day like we waited for Jordan to retire. We're just waiting for the day.
Yeah, you're right.
So the league goes back to normalcy.
For a little bit until that next, whoever, hopefully it's Dak.
But we won't see, I don't think we'll see
I don't think we'll see this.
No. I mean,
It's possible. It's possible. But
This only happened in Boston. Boston basketball, they went on Celtics went on their stretch. Now
Patriots.
New England. Hey, guess who's also winning, but not a stretch like this, but at least going to the World Series and winning.
Boston.
Ooh.
Something's going on up there.
Title Town?
You might change it. Is Green Bay going to lose the Title Town moniker like how the Cowboys might lose the America's team thing? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But they're special, and I want all of the Patriot Nation to just appreciate what they are seeing.
Yeah.
Because remember, when we was coming up, they was utter garbage.
Definitely.
And,
Doormat.
They was the doormat. So, at that time, Miami was the team,
right?
Pretty much, they didn't
then
win
the
no
Bills.
Super Bowls, then the Bills came. But it's amazing what the Patriots are doing.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick, right now, greatest coach ever.
Ever.
I think it's debatable with Brady because of the rule changes.
Yeah.
But coach, greatest coach ever.
Ever. And it's not that, I explain to people all the time, it's not that he's actually out there calling plays or of that sort anymore. The thing with Belichick now is he's learned how to maximize players as well as maximize the rule book. Mm-hmm. He manipulates the rule book more than any coach in the league. And he figured out, like, say, for instance, when they went down to Atlanta, they was doing these, what they call them, sleep deprivation things, where they was getting 4 hours of sleep in 40 minutes. Like, he's ahead of the curve.
Wow.
Like that.
Oh, I ain't hear about that.
So, yeah, he's taking the game to another level, man, and that makes him. He has 8
as a coach in the NFL. 6 with the Patriots, 2 with the Giants.
Yeah, I think he's 8.
Oh, wow, he's about to get like Bill Russell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and that's what Brady is to the Patriots. He's Bill Russell, what he was to the Celtics.
That's crazy.
Stretches, man. Only happens in Boston, man.
Hey, it could have been the Cowboys, but we're going to get into that at another time.
Later.
The Patriots defense, they don't get enough credit for being this, like the Bears this year and the Ravens and the Chargers and all these other teams with this so-called defense. Don't you think it's time to give them some love? Or did they just put in their game plan against the Rams was just perfect, and the Rams didn't execute?
I put it to you like this. I don't give them as much credit as people would like to give them, because I really don't think that game was really a defensive game. I think it was just 2 bad offenses. So with that being said, with the Patriots defense, I say the Rams didn't come with their game plan of who they were. So you helped them out on the defense, because they didn't have to worry about Gurley pounding up the middle. They didn't have to worry about these jet sweeps. And you went in there with a whole different style. You didn't do the let's talk to Goff for 15 seconds and then go up to the line and get set and all that. We didn't see that. We saw a rushed football game from their side of the ball, and we didn't see them stick to their identity. And I think that gave the Patriots more credit as far as defensive-wise than I actually think that they deserve.
Yeah. Well, they did have the lowest points given up. That was tied with Super Bowl VI and the Dallas Cowboys against Miami Dolphins. Gave up 3. So the Patriots are coming after the Cowboys.
Yeah.
This should have been the MVP of the game, Stephen Gilmore, but they gave it to Julian Edelman, which I can see he had 10 catches, 140-something yards. Looking forward right quick, since, they are the Super Bowl champions, and the Super Bowl champions usually play that first Thursday night game at home. Now, there's 4 teams, I think, that might make it. You got the Chiefs and the Steelers.
Yes.
And you have the Browns and the Cowboys. Which one would you pick?
I would definitely take the boys. I mean, a little bit is being biased, but the other thing is your ratings stunk in the Super Bowl.
That'll be a way to get them back. That'll be a way to get them back. Folks, that's all the time we have. And I hope some of you enjoyed the Super Bowl, because we didn't. I don't know anyone did. Come back next week. Nothing but Cowboys talk.
Cowboys.
Peace.
Peace.